What's up, everybody? I'm at a Flying J. I don't know where I am. Oregon somewhere. And I just want to take a second and make a video about something that I've seen a lot of people discuss, and that is RVs staying here and truck spots. So when you pull into this particular Flying J, you notice something, and that is that it is very congested. It is 6 o'clock in the evening and it's backing up already. You got trucks parking in the RV parking. You got trucks out on the street, across the street, and everything's filled. So every spot here is filled, and then trucks are stopped all the way up the sides of this side street here, as you can see. So when you pull in here, here's a sign that Flying J puts up. It says no drop trailers. So no drop trailers, no overnight RV parking. What that means is that this guy probably shouldn't be in here, and my RV shouldn't be parked in here. And guess what? I agree with that completely, because these guys are trying to get from point A to point B, doing a job. They're working. They don't have kitchens. They don't have bathrooms on board. It's harder to park that than it is an RV. I can pull an RV into a Walmart parking lot or a Cracker Barrel parking lot, especially. You know, really just kind of any free lot. I can kind of hang out and make myself at home, whereas a truck is not always welcome. Most of the time they're not welcome, in fact. So here at this Flying J, you have a sign here that says auto and RV entry and exit. And there's specifically a sign that tells the RVs where to go. Okay? But you can't go to the truck area. You've got your stuff here. You can dump your tanks, you can fill your tanks. There's propane here. So fuel, propane, dump tank, air chuck, everything you need for the RV is right here. And now you just go find somewhere to sleep. Last night we slept at a rest area, a state visitor center. We didn't need to stop in a truck stop parking lot like this. And not only that, these trucks are loud. They are smelly. Now here's a guy just gonna use the RV pump with his truck. So, you know, I as an RVer get annoyed by the fact that that guy that's not an RV is using the RV spots, right? But truckers, how do you think they feel when they pull into a full lot and they see the guy with the gooseneck trailer or me with the RV taking up one of their spots? So I'm just gonna walk through these trucks, just listen to this. Just idling trucks. Why would you want to sleep here anyway? It makes no sense to me. When you have so many other options available to you beyond an RV park or anything like that, free options. Places that you can park like Cracker Barrels and that sort of thing. Won't cost you anything. They're always in nice areas, and you don't have to deal with this noise. Just standing here, all these trucks idling around me are so loud. Now this guy, this is a really long one. He ain't gonna put that thing anywhere else, so I get it. Sometimes the pickup trucks with the big trailers, they gotta go in here, but RVs, they just got no place here. Here's another sign. No overnight RV parking. Now it doesn't mean that you can't park here every now and then. We do park at truck stops, like for lunch and stuff. We'll grab a quick bite to eat, but we don't stay here overnight. Remember, these are prime times for trucks. Like I said, it's about dinner time, so these guys are getting off the road and trying to get some rest, trying to get some food, trying to get a shower. These are all things that you have on board in your RV. So be considerate to truckers and don't park in these truck spaces at truck stops. Go find a rest area, go find a Walmart, a Cracker Barrel, somewhere else to hang out and get some rest. So again, this is what we got here. Semi pickup and my RV. So 3 RV spots, and only one of them has an RV in it. We got a semi in one, a pickup in the other, and like I said, that's annoying. So again, think about how the truckers feel when you're parked in their spots. So we're trying to do some dishes, and Edith's in there taking a shower before we dump the tanks and get back on the road, because we've had some trouble finding a dump station lately, and we are full. Gray tank, the black tank is full. Gray tank, which is our dishwater and shower water, it's like 2/3 full. So we're just trying to get it as full as possible, get these things done, and then we will dump the tanks and be on our way. So this is an example of things that you can do, that truckers can't do when they're stopped. They do the showers inside and they got to park over there. Hey Tosh, do you think that it is appropriate for RVs to park in truck stops overnight? If there's trucks out on the street, parked out there and lined up down the road looking for spaces to park, and it's prime time, do you think an RV should take the spot?
I don't know.
I've completely not prepped her for this conversation, by the way. So I want to hear your legit take.
I originally said yes.
Yes, okay.
But then I said no.
All right, so well, hold on. Why did you say yes first? What was your thought process?
Because we're the same size.
Okay.
We don't have many places to park either.
Right.
So we're kind of limited on where we can park. And then I said no. I changed it to no because I thought to myself, well, semi-truck drivers have different rules and stuff they have to follow. So they can only drive for so long.
That's a good one, yeah.
So I don't want us to take up a spot if somebody needs to stop,
Correct.
So
it's a good call. And that's actually something I didn't talk about earlier, because I went out here and I walked around and I looked at all the trucks, and I didn't think about the fact that they are running logs and they have to stop at certain times.
yeah.
Whereas we have driven we've driven through 3 or 4 truck stops and a couple rest areas and stuff on nights, just trying to find places to sleep. And we've had to drive a few more hours to actually just find somewhere safe and decent to park. And trucks don't have that luxury.
Trucker can't do that. They have to pick a spot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm torn. I would say as a courtesy, you should try to find somewhere that's not a truck stop. But if it comes down to it and you have to, then do it.
So would you say that you could park there in off-peak hours? Does that make more sense?
Yeah, I mean, definitely during off-peak hours. I'd say most truck drivers try to find somewhere to stop, before it gets dark. So, I would recommend being in an RV driving at night versus during the end of the day, probably.
Yeah. So I think that's the compromise, and I think that's what the sign here really is trying to convey, is no overnight parking for RVs. You're welcome to park here, but overnight peak hours when truckers have to stop, generally, that's when you should not really be in the truck stop. Because there's plenty of other places for us to stop, right? So like
Right.
Walmarts and Cracker Barrels and rest areas
there's
and all that
places
stuff.
that say specifically no trucks,
Yeah.
which means they are limited on where they can park too. So I would say, generally speaking, no, you should not sleep in a truck stop.
Okay. So there you have it. Completely unbiased opinion from somebody who originally said yes and then thought through it and changed their mind. Tosha.
But if I'm really, really tired and I'm driving, I'm going to stop if I have to. Because you also have to consider safety, right? You don't want to be unsafe. I
Sure.
think just use your best judgment.
That's a good call too. Don't push it too hard. You have to go ahead and stop at a truck stop, I guess. Right? But don't put your slides out. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Where you stop and put your slides out in a truck stop. That's a whole other level of douchebaggery.
Well, I say that, but some people don't have the option. They're like, they have to.
Then those people should get a hotel or find somewhere else.
Agree.
Because literally I've seen pictures on RV Facebook pages where people have stopped and put their slides out and they're taking up 2 or even 3 spaces at a truck stop. And they're like, what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, well, I know what I would do about it if I was a trucker.
Don't be a douche.
So yeah, don't be a douche. Be at least as much considerate as you possibly can be. What did I say there? Be as
Considerate as you possibly
be as
can.
considerate.
Who says that as much considerate?
Yeah.
But that's not right.
Don't be as much. Just Just be as considerate as you can, yeah, for sure. And that's the bottom line. Be safe, be as considerate as possible, but generally let the trucks have their space.
I agree.
And don't pull into the RV space with a pickup truck.
Definitely agree with that one. That's like, also don't pull into a pump stall for diesel if you don't have a diesel.
Correct.
And if there's only
Gas station etiquette.
Yeah.
That's what we've gotten
we used
into
to
now.
have a diesel SUV, and nothing would drive me crazier when someone would pull into a pump spot that was for diesel, but they didn't have a diesel, and then I had to wait, and that wasn't fair.
It's true. It's just like looking out for your fellow man and woman, as it were.
Just be considerate and be kind.
Correct.
Not a lot of people are like that.
I don't know. As I've said before in some of my videos, most of y'all are amazing, but there are some high-strung RVers out there and I don't get it. Like, you just want to complain about everything. I don't understand it. But I will complain about people parking in the RV stalls and being just self-entitled. So, let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with us. That should be fun.
You should agree.
Yeah.
Or disagree.
Or disagree, because then I can make another video about your counterpoint, maybe. So there you have it. There's some unbiased opinion from those of us who actually RV full-time. We're on the road a ton. Not to discredit anybody that doesn't travel a lot, just telling you we see a lot of things and you shouldn't stay at truck stops. So as you can see, Tosha hadn't thought much about this subject before, but after just a quick review of thoughts, she agreed. Shouldn't stay at truck stops. So maybe this will spur up some good debate. Make sure you put in the comments whether or not you agree with us and your thoughts on the whole truck stop situation. What rights do you have over truckers and why? Or conversely, why should truckers have preferential treatment? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. You click the bell for notifications. That way if we have another video on this, you can see the follow-up. And like the video, it helps us a lot if you enjoyed the discussion and the points. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.